Hi, everybody, and welcome to I Want Simonis's Ride the Nine tour. Tonight we have an amazingly special guest. We have Miss Savannah Easton. Miss Savannah Easton is with us tonight, and she's going to share um, part of her story. And we're just really just so blessed to have her here. Um, so she had spoken before about her story and who inspired her, but she's going to give us a little bit more detail on how that inspiration came about and maybe just some more detail on that. So this is something that she's never really talked about in depth. Um, but Savannah, um, who inspired you? Well, first of all, how old were you when you were inspired?
When I was 4 years old, my dad and his friend he started playing pool, and when I was four, after they left, um, I asked my dad, "Can I learn some of the techniques of pool?" So I was four at the time, so I couldn't even reach the table or anything. And he taught me how to hold the cue. And then we got this cue online. It's a training cue. It has the cue ball attached to the tip. And I just kept poking balls around, like I held it like this with one arm and then just poked the ball.
Hmm.
And then when I was 7 or 8, um, when I was 7 or 8, uh, I got a normal size, or not a normal size. I got one of those small cues, like those small pink cues you start with,
Right.
and it was just a normal cue. So I started learning all the techniques, how to actually hold it, but I still had to sight them because I still wasn't tall enough to uh, you, hold it correctly. So I just kept doing that, and then I quit. I quit playing when I was like 9, and now I'm 12. But I quit playing when I was 9, and then my dad got this a heart condition, and so after that, he we used to do all these activities like mountain bike and everything. But after he got his heart condition, he couldn't do the higher activities that require a lot of energy. So then I went back to pool, and then I took off the cover on our pool table, and then I started hitting balls by myself. And then my dad started hearing me hit them for like 3 hours. And then he came down, and then we started working on my game more.
Okay, um, so dad was your big inspiration?
Yep.
Yeah? A lot
Yeah.
of people have that. Joanne Mason Parker, actually, her father was. I'm not 100% sure with Allison, but I think that might be the case with Allison as well. Um, so you started off, I saw a video on your page that basically showed you, and when it showed you, I saw you were just like trying to hold it up and kind of trying
Yeah.
to, you were running around there with it was a nice little video. I like that video a lot. um so what made you decide, of all the things, pool though? What made you think, me, I mean, we have a lot in common in the way that, like, I was never a Barbie doll girl. I was never big on a lot of things. I liked playing softball and basketball, and I was points and track and field and 100-yard dashes. I was a big tomboy.
Right.
Um, and that's how I got into pool. Was my ex-boyfriend brought me someplace, and I just picked up the cue and ran 5 balls, and they were like, "Whoa, okay." They had no clue, but I'm not nearly as good as you. Still, um, but when you decided, like, was it just a fun feeling at first? Did it give you just a really great fun feeling at first? Or was it something that you like, did you have a competitive edge that you wanted to, like, beat your father because your father played? What was it more of?
Um, well, I was always competitive in any sport I did. So I played a lot of sports. And when I was very bad at it, because I started very bad at pool even, so I always had that competitive edge to beat everyone and learn all the techniques. So pool is kind of that way. And then my dad, he noticed that I could make the balls and bank balls when I was like 6 or 7. So then I never did real training like drills like I did when I was 7 or 8, but it brought me in because I wanted to learn it more, like the Rubik's Cube. I used to do a Rubik's Cube and I would work on it for hours a day until I could finally solve the whole thing. So that's
Yep.
kind of cool.
That was one of my favorite things, Rubik's Cube, and I used to like Tetris too
Um,
because you had to make sure that things fit. I used to do 1,000 piece puzzles a day too. Those are my favorite things. So like I said, we're a lot of like, hey Tom, how are you? Hi Ron, thanks for tuning in. Thank you. If you have any questions for Savannah, you can put them up if you have any questions for her. Um, and we'll try to see what we can get in for you in the time frame. So, uh, right now, who would you choose to play if you could play anybody in the world? Doesn't make a difference if you think you could win or lose. Just one person that you've met that you feel as though you would really want a chance at beating.
uh, Margaret Fefilova.
Margaret.
Mm.
Margaret's one of my favorites. Yep. I love Margaret. She's actually a really sweet, sweet person.
Oh
She's a
yeah,
really sweet person and she's very, very balanced. Yep. Margaret's a great person.
yeah. I met
Um, Go ahead, please.
I met her fiance, Tyler Steyer, at the BCA last year, but she wasn't there. So then Tyler, he introduced me to her, and then she started texting me all these drills. So I hope to beat her one day.
Well, I think that's gonna actually it's gonna be a match at some point, sometime not too far from now. I'll tell you if you decide that this is going to be, your career. I can definitely tell you that. Um, I probably need five. So my friend's saying that he's gonna need you to spot him some if he plays you. Frisbee says hello. By the way,
Hi,
Tom,
Phoebe.
Tom. Oh yeah, Tom's definitely gonna need
Tom,
points
Tom,
if
you're
he
gonna need
plays
more than
Savannah.
5 points. I got news for you. Um,
You got him all day, Savannah.
yeah. All right. I wanted to ask, and Margaret's big on this, as am I. What do you do in the way to prepare for a match? Do you eat particular foods? Do you have a certain sleep regimen the night before? Um, what kind of things do you do? I used to meditate. Gerda used to meditate. Gerda Hofstadter, she's Aquarius as well, which, by the way, we have in common,
Oh yeah.
right? February 8th. Yep. So what things do you do? Do you make sure that you're relaxed, or do you just go there and you're just carefree and living the life and just having fun? You don't really think too much.
Um, my dad, he always says diet's always the most important thing, and also sleep and rest. So I try focusing on my sleep and rest, but honestly, if I'm being honest, I eat what a 12-year-old eats. I eat chocolates, stuff like that. So, but in the mornings when I'm getting ready, because usually it's early in the morning when I have a tournament, um, I am kind of carefree sometimes. Sometimes I like sing, dance around to loosen up my body.
That's a really good thing. Yeah, stretching is another thing that I find to be really important. I find to be carbs and what you eat really important as well. So stretching, dancing. So you just want to be loose when you get up to the table, right? That's what you want to do. You just want to be
Yeah,
loose and have fun. So Frank Spain comes in. Hi, Frank. Back to you. What about junior player? Who is your toughest junior player to play against? Ooh,
that
that's a
I
really good question. Thank you for that question.
that I've already played against, or that I would
Should you
like.
play against? Let's just say somebody that you've already played against. Sure.
Um, when I was at Hard Times in Sacramento, I played Tatum Elizabeth. I think she's very good. She's she's way older than me. I think she's like 19 or something. But I played against her like second or third match, and I still did not put in as many drills as I am right now. But she, uh, she plays a lot of defense. And she can definitely run out. So, and she can jam me up a lot, and
Yeah.
she can spot the weakness of her opponent. So I think that's very good.
Yeah, it's a really important part. The most important part I think of the game uh is definitely being able to know when you're not able to pot a ball, and to make sure that you stay, you don't have you give your opponent an opportunity. So yeah, the people have to people a lot of people, they're always thinking about, like, wow, I want to run this rack, I want to run this rack. But when it comes down to it, a great safety is better than three balls,
Hmm.
pocketed, three magnificent shots in a row pocketed for the wow factor, but losing the game.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's see. What do we have next? I am, Joanne Jojo. I am playing an attorney tomorrow with Savannah. Can't wait for the fun. Yep. So there you go. So someone's excited and looking forward to playing.
Oh yeah, I'm
Um,
friends with her.
yep. Go ahead, please.
Uh, I just did the Super Bowl squares, and she just one of them, and she was kind enough to donate some money back to me for my travel expenses.
That's
She,
very kind of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Oh, your mom had already thanked her. Uh, Marlena Nims, I was born January 28th. Wow, it's Aquarius night. I see. Yeah, so thank you so much. So let's see. Let's go back to our questions here, and then we'll go back and forth to the audience.
okay.
Um, all right. So, um, I happen to be a camera ham. Do you ever get shy in front of the camera? You
Yes.
do?
I'm still
Really?
working on it. Yeah, I am still working on trying to be more confident in front of the camera. Yeah.
And what do you think causes that? Because you're such a great player. What do you think takes
Um,
away from the mental toughness?
well, I think I don't honestly I don't know. It's just my nerves.
Yeah. Well, you get used to that. Do you have a practice routine to help you with that? Like, do you just do it at home and just record yourself and then delete it and make believe that there are spectators there?
Um, I just kind of prepare for it and kind of talk in front of my mom and see if I can get anything good. Like my mom gives me feedback on what to say.
There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. And what other this we're not going to specifically talk all about pool, but I'd like to know, what's the best advice that you can give somebody who's up and coming? Somebody, say Tom Kosher just wrote, he's teaching his 4-year-olds how to play now, and you were
Oh
4
yeah.
when you started. So
Hmm.
what advice do you have, um, to give someone, or to give a parent who might be teaching them, so the parent isn't able to be in the child's head, but
Yeah.
you, starting at 4 or 5, knew what was important to you or what helped you with your father, so that's good for someone else to know. um, so, okay, there's 6 now. Okay, Tom. So, what advice would you give?
Um, I would say prepare on your mental focus. So pretend the I play hockey too, so I'm just gonna put in hockey words like the pool. Pretend it's like your arena, and that's what my dad says to me for my advice. Just tune everyone out, and then go down on the ball. If you're not confident on it, just get up and reset, and then just make sure you're confident with the shot.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you right there, and that's just so important, because we're talking about this with Kaylee McIntosh.
Oh
You
yeah, yeah.
know, you ever hear the, you might not have ever. I'm talking to you as though you're like 35. But left, 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 right, left. Have you ever heard that? Left, 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 right, left. Probably not. Okay, I'm embarrassed. So here we go. So mom and dad probably have heard that. So if you're if you're taking a pen and taking, and I say to you, Savannah, take this, take your left hand right now and raise it. But what I really am thinking, and your mind is thinking your right hand, you're going to be confused. So when people go down on their shot, right? Hey, little Chris, how are you? Hey, Kyle. Hey, Carly. Hey, Joe. Thanks for stopping in. A lot of people, when they go down on their shot,
Mm-hmm.
they're indecisive. So do they want to take it in the side, or do they want to take it in the side because it's a little bit easier, but the position afterwards, should they make it, would be more difficult? Or do they want to take the ball straight up the rail? Um,
Um,
right. So when they're indecisive and they're down on their shot, their mind is saying left, 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 but their body's right, right, right. And they're indecisive. And that's the reason that they miss a shot a lot. Um, do you find that to be really true when it comes to you? The balls
um,
that you miss, what do you think the primary reason is? You think it's an indecisiveness?
yeah, sometimes if I have ball in hand, I think so I could go this way or I could go like straight up. And then when you're down on the ball, even I struggle with it. When you're down on the ball and you're thinking of all the other ways, sometimes your brain just does something else, like completely different. And even if you're trying to get shape on a ball, you're focusing on the shape. Sometimes I focus on the shape too much, and then I just miss the ball
Miss
because
the
I think
ball.
Hmm.
And it could be just a really simple shot. It could be 2 feet or a foot away from the pocket, and it's much less than a 35 45-degree angle, and you're thinking sometimes that happens when it's a really easy shot. You're not giving it, the respect it deserves.
I have a theory, and I
So
think that it's because the brain changes the focus point.
exactly,
Yeah.
it changes what you're
Yeah.
thinking. That's why when I was talking about the left, 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 right,
Yeah.
left, your foot's going left, but if you're trying to think otherwise,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your brain can actually
It's like
change the
saying
focus point of your
it's like
eyes.
saying don't think about the what is it, the pink elephant?
Yeah. And then you
Right.
think
And
about the pink
pink
elephant.
elephant just pops right into your head. So
That's why
good
standing up and
afternoon.
resetting is so important.
Yes, yes. Good afternoon to Jay. It's actually evening here. Jay's in California. Hey, Carly McGee, miss you. Little Chris, I have one of Savannah's recent opponents. She played in San Antonio, Texas, next to me. Eva Grisby. Does
I
Savannah
remember.
remember playing her? And what advice would she have for her? Excellent question, Chris. And here we go. So we're going to put that up on the screen. So you remember that match. And
Yeah,
what advice do you have for her?
let's see. Um, I realized she didn't really play any defense. So when even if it was like a tough shot or I was blocking, she would still go for it. So I would say maybe work on her defense a little bit and jamming them up. That's what I usually do when I have a tough shot. So.
Yeah,
Good call.
very good, very good. So that would be it. Did we already get to Frank Jaws? Yeah, I said that he was Aquarius. What do we have next here? So this is kind of like a Q&A. You're doing a really great job, Savannah, by the way. What shot on the table? Ron Richardson. He is actually our tour representative for Florida. What shot on the table do you find the most difficult?
Ooh, I would have to
Oh, I
think.
love these.
Yeah, I have to think on that one. Um,
Okay.
I have my pool table right here. I'm set right here. So let's see. Um, I would
What
say
shot do you think you've kind of missed the most?
miss the most.
Yeah.
Probably the rail shots, definitely. Yeah.
Hugging when you have to hug the rail?
Hmm.
But when I have to put spin on a ball, when I put spin on a ball, sometimes it throws off my shot, and
Mhm.
yeah, I miss it. Or the rail shots. Yeah.
So that's the one that you find most difficult. We actually shouldn't be talking about things like that because then we give our opponent an advantage. So, but that's what she finds most difficult. Hi to Steve. How are you, Steve? He said, beautiful. Thank you, Savannah. And Eva says, you're not wrong. And thanks. All right. Hey, Chris, do I get any love? What about me? I'm here too. Look, right here. All right. What do you like better? So that was actually one of my next questions. Thanks, Tom, for stealing my thunder. What are your favorite disciplines?
One of my
Eight
favorite.
eight ball, 9 ball, 10 ball. Have you played banks? 14-1?
Like, what's the one I love the most, or
What's the one you love the most? Is it 9 ball?
ye- between probably 10 ball, because when I play
Really?
Yeah.
9 ball, I don't play 10 ball too much because I don't have a lot of tournaments here with 10 ball. But for 9 ball, I don't like as much as 10 ball because basically the same concept is, but you just have to call your shots most of the time, and there's definitely more stuff. But that's the main thing. So I like that you have to call the shots because in 9 ball, sometimes when you have a faraway shot and you're on the 9 ball, they just some of my opponents hit it so hard it comes around and it just goes and flops in the
So
9 ball. So it's pretty
you don't
frustrating.
like the slop. You like the skill of it. So you'd rather play if you're going to play 9 ball, you'd probably rather play 9 ball, call the
Call
nine.
shots. Well, call
Hmm.
shots.
Yeah, I like
Call
playing
the
9 ball,
shots.
call shots, but I
But
don't
it's
win.
still
So,
like that. It's just
yeah. So of course, Gloria, thank you. I'm just joking with you, Chris. And Kyle, love for Gloria Jean. Thank you very much. All right. So there's Debbie. Wait, hold on. We have so many questions rolling, and I'm not going to get to my questions.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You know, it's about you, Savannah, and it's about the audience.
And 10 ball is
But no,
much more. I love 10
I'm
ball
actually
because
gonna
of
go
skill.
into something that I find an important question. Uh, you play a lot of sports.
Yeah.
So we talked about that. So what are your other passions? I saw you with a guitar, I believe.
I play guitar. I got into piano at the same time as guitar, and then I play travel hockey, and then obviously pool. But yeah, those are the four main things I do.
Okay. And outside of pool, which one would be your favorite? Hockey, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
hockey.
What about after hockey?
After hockey, oh, it's so hard because I love both guitar and piano. Um,
I'm gonna go with piano.
it depends on the mood. It depends on my mood.
Mood
Yeah.
dependent. Okay. Okay. So like when you say it depends on the mood, do you find one cheers you up more or one makes you feel a little more soothed, or is it just mean that whatever you feel like picking up at that moment you just pick up?
Um, it would be whenever I pick up. Yeah, when I have lessons, like guitar lessons, I'm in that mood where I want to practice it after. And then piano, it's the same way. I want to after lessons, I just want to go home and perfect it because, like I said earlier, I have that competitive emotion, so I want to really get really good at it.
Yes, I fully understand.
She plays all the, like, I used to play piano, guitar, hockey, and pool.
Yeah, where
She's
I
just
was like
better.
I was your very basic tomboy, so I can relate. And then coming into the industry as a woman, you're either going to be respected or you're going to, it's gonna be a difficult road. And so far, people seem to love you. I'll tell you that much. Keith McCready loves you. So let's go up to the next one. Please ask Savannah if she can give me some pointers. Nope, wrong one. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Some pointers tomorrow at the tourney for Joanne. She is 47 years younger than I am. So,
Mm.
well, I don't know, Joanne. Hold on. If you're going to be playing against her, I don't think. Are you going to be playing against Joanne? Is she going to be in the
It's a
same?
possibility.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that then. Savannah, I say keep your secrets to yourself. Joanne, I don't know you, but I love you. But I think that we're going to have to say, unless we're willing to pay, we'll give her PayPal out that we're lost on that one. If Savannah wants to answer that, she's more than welcome, by the way. Um, uh, but uh, but I don't know about me. Savannah's competitive.
I don't know what pointers to give her because I've never really watched her play a
Don't
lot.
miss.
Yeah.
There's the
Don't,
pointer.
yeah, just
There's
don't.
the pointer. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So here we go. So we have Debbie. Oh, Debbie. I can't take her.
Take
Take
it.
her. I
Take it.
think that's how it's pronounced. Debbie would play in the virtual events when everything was shut down. I've played her on the Tiger Tour in Florida. Class act and great player. Thank you so much, Debbie. By the way, we miss you, and we're going to be having a women's tournament coming up, a virtual one. Maybe Savannah can play in it, and maybe we'll have you back if you. We'd love to have you back. Jay Omer. Jay Omer is our California tour director, and representative.
This is a good
Savannah,
question.
what do you do when you miss a shot and lose your focus on the table? How do you regain your focus in the match? So once you're there. By the way, I noticed you're excellent with the bridge. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But when you're down and you miss, and like you said, you were planning for position, or you hear something in the background, something goes wrong, you miss your shot. How do you regain your focus when you get back to the chair? Just say your opponent runs out.
Uh, Most of the time, I just take a really deep breath, and then I got some good advice. I forgot who it was from, and it was in a tournament. They said, don't focus on what was in the past. Focus on what's going to be in the future. So I just think of that quote every time I'm in a match, and then I just forget about the past.
Yeah, because you can't change that, right?
And
And
then
if that's
focus on it. Sorry.
what is that?
I focus on the shot I missed after, and my dad. And I live stream all my matches, so I just go back and see all my mistakes. But during the match, I focus on what's ahead.
Good. That's a really good attitude to have. That's a really great
very good strategy.
mindset. It's a very good mindset to have, because there's nothing that you can do. So there you go. So what's your favorite baseball team? Tom, really? What guitar do you? Well, I'm a Yankee fan, but yeah, let's just put that one up there. I don't think Savannah, are you not really big on baseball, right?
I am.
You are?
I mean, I don't play
Really?
it anymore, but I still watch it sometimes. I I still have a favorite team,
Okay, who is it?
the Cubs.
I used to like the Cubs when I used to
No,
watch baseball.
Savannah, no. All right, I'm a Yankee fan. I started watching the Yankees when I was 12 years old. So we had like Don Mattingly, we had we had Randolph, we had Greg Nettles, we had Dave Winfield. I've been a Yankee fan since a child. I used to play
Somebody's showing your
pitcher,
age.
catcher, first base, shortstop, right field.
I played all of
What do
those
you play?
except I played all of those positions you just named except catcher.
Catcher's really difficult. People don't realize that it's probably the most difficult. Well, pitching's
Mm-hmm.
really
It
difficult
is.
too, but
Yeah, once you
it
get
is,
spiked in the
right?
face by a ball, you learn how hard it is.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's not
yeah.
easy. I got hit in this tooth when I was 12 years old by a pop fly. Yeah, it was not fun. What guitar do you have?
What guitar do I have? It's the Fender guitar. It's
You have a Fender. I used to have a Fender
And I
I,
had a Fender Stratocaster.
Stratocaster. Yep.
it's upstairs, but it's red on the outside, and then it fades into orange and yellow, kind of like fire.
That's sweet.
Really nice. Really nice. All right. Marlena, I love her. It was a pleasure playing and taking pictures with Savannah. She is a sweet. She says you're a very sweet girl, and that's Marilena Neves.
Thank you. Oh yeah, she told me she goes by Big M. Yeah, she told me that's her nickname.
Excuse me. I'm always thirsty. I never drink enough, and it is water, everybody. Just to let you know. So great answer, very positive attitude. Thanks, Savannah Easton. All right. Okay, so Don Mattingly, no relationship to me. Joanne said no relationship to me. If so, Joanne, I'd want your autograph too. Sunburst Fender. There you go, Carly. Yeah, Carly knows her stuff. So Savannah, I'm looking here because I did try to be a little bit more grounded in getting some questions to you. Um, is there any are there any so your hobbies? Do you like pets, by the way?
Oh yeah,
I'm a huge animal lover.
of
Yeah.
everything. I love everything. Dogs, cats, horses. What else? I love koalas. That's my favorite wild animal.
I like koalas too. Yep. Yep. What about raccoons? Do you like raccoons and possums?
As long as I don't have to touch them, but they're so cute.
But they are adorable, right? I know. I don't want to go picking. Oh, I would pick up a raccoon, but not really a possum.
I
But I
don't
just
think you
think
want
that
to pick
they're
up a
cute.
raccoon. Possum would be more likely
Yeah,
to
raccoon
not
would
hurt
would
you.
hurt me. Sure it is, Steve. What is that, Steve? Okay. Um. All right. So, is there anything that you want us to know about you that you have not gotten to tell anybody? Well, before we do that, we have to send a shout out to your sponsors, and then we'll go on because we can't forget the sponsors, right?
Yep.
They're a big part of you being here
Yeah.
now. So first we're gonna do a high five on the screen, Savannah, with our Kamui gloves. Shout out to Kamui, John Bertone. There we go. All right, so let's go.
So the first sponsor is Predator Cues. They've taken care of me. They were my first ever sponsor, and I was at the BCA. I met them, and just they're so nice. Karim, Angela, yeah. So I met those two first, and then Angela's the one who takes care of all the juniors. So thank you. And then Karim's the one who gave me the sponsorship, and then I met all Philippe and everyone. So they've taken really good care of me. I love all my equipment, the P3, BK Rush, Air Rush. And then my second sponsor is Kamui. So I also met him at the BCA. I met most of my sponsors at the BCA, but Kamui, I met him at the BCA, and then I had a what is it called, a match coming up. So then I went to the Kamui booth, and then I started hitting balls, and then John, he told me that I had some talent. So then he said he believed in me that I would get far in pool. So then he sponsored me. But he said just to make sure you have to have straight A's. So my sponsors are all of them need me to have mostly straight A's. So those are my sponsors are the ones who keep me motivated to keep getting straight A's in school. And then let's see, my third sponsor is Jam Up Apparel. He's treated me so well. Damien, he's like an uncle to me. He tells us all his sponsored juniors to call him Uncle Dame. Um, and whenever I have a match, he always texts me, and then he always gives me encouraging words and says good luck. And then sometimes he sends me these pros that are saying good luck to me, so that motivates me too. And
That's cool.
yeah, he's giving me a custom jersey of my own, so I can't wait for it to come. And then
Mimi.
I should put that on there.
You
Um,
got to. You
Yeah.
have to.
And then my fourth sponsor is Golden State Billiards. They're one of my newest sponsors. Um, what is that?
I have your little page with all your sponsors up.
Okay. So he, it's ran by Oscar and Desiree Dominguez. Um, I met them at Hard Times for the first time last year because I played one of their junior events. And Oscar Dominguez, he came and he said he wanted to sponsor me. So he's already sent me so many things. He's donating things to me to raffle off for travel expenses because expenses for travel can get very expensive. So he sent me a lot of things already, and then let's see. Fifth sponsor is
Banging balls.
Banging Balls Billiards. So I just say BBB because it's so long. But
Triple B. Yeah.
she, Lydia, she treats me like a mom. She's always making me stuff or always getting me food and everything, and she always takes care of me at her pool hall. And she just recently, I think like 2 months ago, she went out of her way because I had this fundraiser for my birthday and I love the noodles that they serve. So she went out of her way and cooked me some noodles and then just brought it to me. Or we came to her and she just said, "Here you go," and then surprised me with it. So, and she's been very nice to me. Um, let's see. Sixth sponsor is Salado. I met them at BCA also. It's ran by Kobe and Reed, and they've already gotten me like my Fargo. They got me on the hit list so I could play against better players on Salado, and I love their app because I always play against my dad, and then I play against some other people, so it allows me to play against other people. And then my last and newest sponsor is
I want Simona's Ride the Nine tour. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
uh, my last sponsor is from their website is camsports.com. They specifically the Ira Lee, the inventor of the Predator Arena lights. So my dad just posted something on our lights. I don't know if you saw it, he posted something of our lights and like how our lights got like uh, is what's the word is directed in just one spot. So it kind of throws me off on my shots. And the light we got, we never thought I would get serious into pool, so we got it before, like when I was like 7 or 8, and it was from IKEA. So it was never a real,
Not a real pool light,
uh,
but I'm sure it was pretty.
yeah. So he posted something, and then he reached out to me, and he said he makes a list of all the people who have lights like mine from IKEA or something, or not that great of lights, and he wants to replace it with his lights that focus on everything and is just great lighting. So he's sending me soon. He's sending me the color changing lights where I can just adapt to like all the colors. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's all my sponsors.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not bad. At 12 years old, I didn't even have a fan. So, aside from my mom and dad, so you're doing pretty good, Savannah. I have to say that.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're welcome. I wanted to encourage everybody to please go to Savannah's page. You can go to her home page, her regular page, but she has a page right here. Okay, that is her page. We need to. We're at 860 likes right now. But if you go to Savannah, the Roadrunner Easton, right there, everybody. If you go there, please do a favor, take it, like it, share it, and if we get over 1,500 people to like it tonight, then I will let me know if you were one of the people that liked it. If I see that you have, we'll do a giveaway tonight of something Kamui because Savannah and I have that in common. So if not, though, please support her right there. Okay, please support her in her endeavors. All right. And you don't have to be a sponsor to support her in her travels either. I'm sure that she will have some type of, and she's not saying it, I am, but maybe a PayPal or some way that you can donate to the cause. If you can donate to the cause in some way, it'd be greatly appreciated. This is really important. You know, the juniors is a big part of where you go, where you start, and then you end up with places like Lori John, Ava, Kelly Fisher, Allison Fisher, um,
They all
Gloria
started out as
Jean.
juniors.
Everybody had to start out with the pool cue at one hand. And when you go to Savannah's page, by the way, I also encourage you to look at the beginning. And there's a video of her with her cue ball on the little cue there, and she's just running around the table, cute as can be, and you'll see the actual it says the beginning, and you'll see the actual beginning of where she started. So thank you so much for the story
I have a question.
about. Oh, I'm sorry, we have a question here in the house. Yes, how can we help you?
I love hockey. What position do you play in hockey?
I play right wing.
Awesome.
How's goal?
Do you play or do? What's your
I
favorite?
I was a forward, but I don't play very much anymore. There's not really anywhere to play out here.
You beat
Um,
him. You beat him so badly.
I love hockey, but yeah, I couldn't. I was terrible at goal. I tried to play goalie a few times, but I was
I don't know.
terrible.
Goal. That's like that's the most fun for me, especially
That's
during
so fun.
penalty. Huh?
Yeah, it's so fun. I played it, but it was only in street hockey, so I don't know
Yeah,
how I would do on ice.
Ice, it's you're it is really really hard on the
it is.
Because you're
your
slipping around.
quads. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
I never liked it.
at 7 years old, I'm from New York, so at 7 years old, I was at Rockefeller. Still have pictures. Those are going to be priceless. I should put those up tonight at Rockefeller Center, skating. So that's the only reason that I was able to do anything with skates at all. Now I'm a little bit older, Savannah, so it's a little more difficult. All right. Do we have any more questions in here? Which professional player inspired you, or what sparked the interest in pool? Oh, you're gonna have to, Kyle. You're gonna have to go on rewind and watch again. That was one of the first questions, right, Savannah? You're gonna
Yep.
have to You're gonna have to rewatch it. That's what's gonna happen. So I think that is there anything that you want to add, Savannah? Anything that you want to give somebody to help them succeed overall? Some people, they feel down and out about themselves, or they concentrate more on their looks, or they're really concerned with the camera. Or what advice would you give somebody that might be struggling? They may not think they're good enough, which nobody should ever feel that. What advice would you give? Any advice at all? The slightest bit, something that you would tell your best friend. What advice would you give your best friend? And we
Hmm.
could use that for anyone. Maybe
Let's
something
see.
your father said to you when you felt like you weren't able to
Oh,
succeed.
I would say just whenever, if even if you don't play in tournaments, just have someone watching you, and when someone's watching you, you can hit some balls and like run a rack, and usually the person will have some advice for you. Like when I'm in tournaments, there's people watching me. So after, even if it's bad advice or not bad advice, even if it's something that's critiquing your game, or even if it's good advice, no matter what it is, you should always listen to what they say, because maybe they'll have some good advice for you to work on.
Right.
But let's see. My dad always tells me that even if you lose in a tournament or get knocked out, that even when you lose, you either lose or or
Learn.
yeah, you lose or you learn. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking to learn.
There's always something. You'll always learn something, whether it be about yourself, what you've done, or what you didn't do, or what you should have done, or you'll learn a little bit more about your opponent
Mhm.
and their strengths or their weaknesses. So you'll always learn something. You'll always take something away as long as you're open minded.
Even if you win, you still can learn.
Mm-hmm.
You always do.
Always learning.
Yep, absolutely. So let's see. Um, uh, Savannah, this isn't gonna be, it's gonna sound like an odd question, but are you ready? Do you like pickles? No? Okay. Because Kyle Boutte has a great pickle place. And I was going to ask him to send you a batch of pickles, a bunch of pickles. He's like the best, I swear, he has the best pickles in the United States. So I was going to see if he would have
Try
sent.
them. I'll
Huh?
try. I'll try them.
You
And
try them?
yeah, and my
Okay.
mom likes them too. She loves pickles, so she can. Even if I don't eat them, she'll probably eat the whole jar in one day.
Kyle, you're smiling. You're smiling. You owe me big. So I'll try to liaison here for a second and see if Kyle wants to be generous and send a couple out. And if Mom wants to message me, let me know. I love pickles. Kyle, send me the info. All right. So Kyle, this is like the fourth time I've gotten you sales. Kyle, I think I should get a percent, and I'll take 20. Thank you kindly. So well, you got to get paid, right, Savannah?
Yeah.
Mom likes pickles. There we go. Kyle, come on. What do you say? We're putting you on the spot. Three? Three for free? Three for free. Facebook.com. They're not gonna pay for them. They're gonna be a donation. Three for free. Three for free. Mom likes pickles. I love the way Tiffany just like goes right in there. Spicy or not spicy?
Um,
You got 20% off $9. Oh my gosh. You know what, Kyle? I'll just PayPal you $20. Savannah, the pickles are on me. I'll do does mom like spicy?
um,
Tiffany?
she just said no. She said
You like
no.
the dill, the plain?
No, they're not dill. They're an Irish pickle. They're completely
Well,
different than any of the.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
even
The not spicy.
people
I
that
can't
don't
eat
like pickles.
spicy. When I eat spicy,
Oh, that's for Savannah, not Joanne. Oh, excuse me. I apologize. And I'm sorry, Savannah. So all right, so we're gonna get 20% off for Joanne. So Joanne, we just got you 20% off the pickles. And Kyle, I'll send 20
And
bucks
Savannah cannot do spicy.
for Savannah. That way shipping's covered. And maybe we'll 2 jars. How about that? 2 jars, 20 bucks
yeah. Oh.
shipping. All right.
And
That way is for
Savannah,
mom.
what do you get heartburn when you
No,
eat spicy?
no. We don't want to talk about her health.
Savannah.
No,
No,
that's her health.
she was saying she can't eat spicy.
But,
We're discussing. We're having a discussion here.
all right. So $20 off $9. All right. So Savannah, you guys will be getting some pickles compliments of I Want Someone to Ride the Night tour.
Thank
Okay. You're
And Kyle
welcome.
Boutte, Mr. Pickles.
All right. And that's from Mr. Yeah, that's
McConaughey's Irish Pickles.
all right. So and McConaughey, thank you very much for the commercial. I appreciate that.
What
Um
pickles?
what is that? We will
What
talk
brought up
later.
pickles?
What was that?
What brought up pickles? Like what got you to?
Because Kyle Boutte was in the stream,
Uh,
and I met him online, and he owns McConaughey's Pickles,
mhm.
and I call him, and Kelly Fisher calls him Mr. Pickles. That's his nickname. And I was thinking that I could do something nice for you, but you don't like pickles, but mom's like all up on that, so
Tried
we're gonna
them.
do something for mom and instead. And if dad wants some, I guess he'd have to fight with mom about that. Not
And
fight with her, but
you
whatever.
might actually, you should try them. Then it's obviously not the spicy ones, but you might actually like the pickles. A lot of people that don't like pickles
Yeah, I'll try
Do
them.
like
like
his
his.
pickles.
Kelly Fisher cannot stand pickles. I don't know if you know this. She said it. She can't stand them. She actually likes those
I
pickles.
just don't like the smell of it. The smell of
So she
it.
knows.
I can't take it. That's why I never tried it. It's because of the smell.
We'll see what happens when you're 13. We'll give you another year.
Yeah, maybe.
um, so anyway, so last but not least, before we go, even though I said that like twice already, or three times, it's a Minnesota goodbye. I forgot what I was going to say now.
Where?
Well, that's okay. You know what? Maybe we'll have a follow up. Upcoming tournaments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The schedule. Okay. I yeah. I need to. I made a list of my schedule because I have so many tournaments I'm gonna play.
I would
So
have never have thought that you had so many, Savannah. I would think that maybe you'd have one a year.
okay. Let's see. So I know this. Tomorrow and Sunday, I'm playing the. Let's see, the Arizona Women's Tour. It's at Griff's here. It's 10 ball on the bar box. So, and then the end of March, after the BCA, I'm playing the WPBA pro event, and it's also 10 ball. And then I'm also playing the BCA Juniors 9 ball event. And then, let's see, April, we don't know if we're either going to the Super Billiards Expo or we're going to the Women's Nine Ball Tournament at Jointed Q Billiards in Sacramento. And
Oh,
then,
that's where we're having our tournament.
yeah, yeah. So we're not sure. We're not sure which one to go to, but
Shout out to Jointed Q. They've been very gracious to us. Um, uh, Jay, who asked a question earlier, he's going to be there. So, um, anyway, Marilena says bye from Texas. Thank you, Marilena. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in. We truly appreciate it. And Savannah, maybe we'll have you back for a follow-up interview if that's okay. You know, you could talk it over with the family, of course, because we want that. Thank you, Frisbee. Thank you so much. He said thank you for a great interview, Savannah. Good job. Come to Joint the Queue, Savannah. So
yeah,
Jana Sue Nelson said, "Come on to Joint the Queue." I got to get some props on that too, though, because we're over there too. See, Savannah and I are like little like twins that are like 60 years apart. You know, we're just born in different times. I was born with the dinosaurs and pterodactyls, and she was born with electric cars. Um, so Frisbee says, "See you tomorrow at Griff's," and we're all Ron Richards is wishing you luck. And I'm wishing you the best of luck. You're flying to Maryland. Welcome to see the WPBA. So this is going to be exciting. This is going to be exciting. And Savannah, if ever there is a time that you are in the Moscone Cup, do I happen to get VIP tickets?
I'll try my best. Yes.
Okay, that's all I need is it's like the black ball, the 8 ball, when you shake the 8 ball and it gives you an answer.
Magic eight.
Oh yeah,
Magic 8. So it says looks good,
Yeah.
looks promising.
yeah.
And remember, Savannah, right? It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for your time, Savannah. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. And maybe I'll message you a little bit later about some sporting stuff because I used to get bothered so bad as a child when I used to play. I was an avid tennis player too. Was actually third in Staten Island. Toot. Yes, I did just toot my own horn. And do you ever play tennis at all?
No, but I try. I want to.
You got to try it. You have to try it. It gives you a really great thrill running back and forth on the court. It's amazing, especially when you're able to like backhand full
Oh
court to the side and they can't run. Oh, it's so nice to see it like in and then
My niece,
point.
my niece used to play football. That's another good sport.
I wouldn't like to play football. It's one
yeah.
thing
We
I
used to
really don't.
play flag football.
Oh, thank you very much, Jana. Yes, we love your
Flag
tournaments.
football.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thanks to Jay Omer. Thanks to Sean. Thanks to Katie. Thanks to everybody over at Joint the Q. And thank you so much. All right, we're off, everybody. And we're probably gonna see if Savannah can make. I know she's got a ton of interviews, but can make a follow-up interview with us and let us know what goes on after a couple, especially if she ends up cashing again. I'd love to see what her mentality was through that tournament, and you know, what she did to get there, in that. I see her going undefeated again. I definitely see her going undefeated in another tournament. So, oh, and by the way, if you've not seen her use the bridge, she's like queen at it. She definitely is. She can shoot just as well with the bridge
I'm pretty
than
used
just
to
making
it.
a regular shot. Yeah, I know. I'm not that tall myself. So, all right, Savannah, have a wonderful night. Thank you
Thank
very much to the
you.
family. Thank you guys for having us. And we'll be in touch soon.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Aquarius friend.
Bye.
So long.